Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Slime Boss here, and welcome back to another episode of the Crazy Cat Podcast. I am joined by my co-host, Hylian Hero, and Young Pug. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Great.
Today, we're going to be talking about Mario Kart World. I know it's been about 2 months since the game came out, but me and Hylian haven't discussed our thoughts on the game, and we highly recommend that you check out Young Pug's full review of the series, of the game. We'll leave the whole series. We'll leave a link in the description below for that. But before we begin, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps us out, helps the channel grow. And if you want to help support us even further, we have a Patreon page if you would like to check that out. Because even at the $1 a month tier, you get access to exclusive content and content early. And also, Matt finally got his Switch 2. Woo! So we're gonna be waiting for him to check out. No.
Is that why he was finally posting about the?
Yeah.
I was watching him on Twitter posting the cost. I was like, dude, you're the Mario Kart guy. Why are you so late?
Yep.
Oh
So,
damn! I didn't realize.
Yeah, so that's why this video has been so delayed, because I thought he was going to be getting it earlier, but he now has it. So next time that you see us, we'll probably be doing it tier list.
I can't do another one of those.
You said you wanted to be a part of the Mario Kart World one.
Yes, I will be a part of it. I was joking.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll set aside 8 hours.
let's. God damn. And then we have to put it. We have to put the game one into our full tier list, full game tier list. Anyways, so let's just start off with Pug. Can you think you can kick us off here? Mario Kart World. How did you like it?
World. I mean,
It's all right.
it's all right. Like overrated as in my opinion. I mean, I like the graphics and everything. The gameplay itself is pretty okay. It's not that much to do in the game overall. Like we have your classic game modes, Grand Prix. They brought in the new what was it called?
Knockout Tour.
Knockout Tour. They had the battle modes versus time trials, the basic stuff. And they also added a free roam option. And that was cool. You can explore the map and everything, get the P switches around the map, which is like 300 and something. And they also have the question blocks that you can find in each course. And that's pretty fun. But other than that, there's not really much to do in the free roam. I mean, you can take pictures and stuff, which is really cool. But other than that,
I paid
not much to do.
$80 to take pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Exactly.
here's how I'm feeling, because they're like, oh, this is going to be the biggest Mario Kart ever, and that's how they positioned it, but it really wasn't. It really felt iterative, and even me and you were predicting, well, if they ever do Mario Kart in the next generation, they're going to start with, what did we say, uh, like 16 cups? Is that what we said?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I was hopeful for a 48 track launch.
Mhm.
Obviously, this is before I knew it was going open world.
Yeah,
But I mean,
at the end of the day, it felt iterative, and also the open world now just feels like the next gimmick. It doesn't feel like the main selling point that it was supposed to be. It just felt like the next gimmick, even though we have the next gimmick, which is wall running and crazy tricks. I don't understand.
I mean, the problem comes with Nintendo I'm not gonna say over bloating Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I mean, it's probably gonna be the same issue Smash comes across when it finally releases a new game. You got so much content that it becomes unsustainable to match that at launch. I think eventually World will probably have a similar amount of content in 5, 6 years from now if they support it that long. But I mean, we went from 96 tracks to I think it's just 30
30.
because there's two variants.
30.
It's less.
That's less than we got in eight, base eight. But with that, battle mode's just as average as usual. Free roam is very shallow. Yes, if you're casual and really just roam around and have fun with it, it's fine. But it does feel like a gimmick. The intermissions are very hit or miss. Some are fantastic. A lot of them kind of suck. And now they're charging us $80 for this. It's I get long term, I understand it because I'm sure there'll be a mix of free and paid updates down the line. Years from now, I'm sure that price will be justified. Right now, though, I don't even know if I'd want to pay 70 for it.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I totally
And I'm probably
I
the
agree.
most
mean, it
positive
makes
one
sense
about it here.
if we had more content than what they gave us. I could see it being worth $80, but it's not enough.
So, I mean, we're coming from spending over a decade on a game that started at 32 tracks, but ended at 96. And yeah, a lot of them are old tracks, but they're beloved tracks, and we're so used to having that much content. The free world is real, like the free roam is really cool. Open world, I love seeing it connect. And the new tracks in this game, I think, are overall fantastic. However, that doesn't negate the fact that we're going from 96 great, mostly great courses to 30
Which,
mostly great courses.
if you add up all the tracks, or the DLC included, I think that was like $30. It was like half the price of the base game.
It was, I think, 25.
And like it's
Um,
$80 for 96 track. Like,
I mean,
think about it.
even if you bought it on Wii U, like that DLC with 16 tracks is like I think 13, $14, and they got
Hmm.
like all the crossover stuff. And then it was 25 for the booster pass, and that added 48 tracks and like 7 or 8 characters over time. Like it really added a lot of content.
Like,
And given we're here 2 months out and we still have no roadmap for any sort of additional content, I'm sure
and
that'll
we
come
still
soon.
won't because we don't have a fucking
I
Nintendo
mean,
Direct to watch tomorrow.
but I mean,
Mm.
God, but I'm sitting here like, there's I like the game. I really do. I'd probably give it a strong 8.5. But I still find myself once in a while just wanting to go back to 8 Deluxe just because
Yeah,
how much content's there. And that's a game that for years I've been like, I'm so tired of these mechanics. Please give me the next one.
yeah.
And I have the next one, and I'm still wanting to go back to 8 sometimes.
It's this weird thing where they're like positioning it as like the next major Mario Kart, but it based on how they developed it, it really made it feel like you want to play this alongside 8. Like 8 is just your track compilation, whereas World is supposed to be feeling like a more fully fledged game, but it doesn't end up coming across that way. It just feels like half baked at the end of the day.
Here's the problem, and I kind of have this belief because you know how Nintendo likes to do their multiplayer stuff, like their Splatoons, their Mario sports games recently. They like to launch it with minimal content and then do either free or paid updates. And I mean, it feels really shallow now, and it absolutely is. I really do believe, though, give it a few years, we may have like at least 60, 70 courses. I don't think we're going to get back up to that 96 number. I don't think they can add that much area on that world map, even like if they add stuff without it feeling too cramped or just too convoluted.
I feel
Unless they
like
want to start just not doing like free roam tracks, and that just defeats the gimmick.
I feel like they might just add like different parts of the world onto
I think so
the
too.
map.
Yeah, I think so too. They'll probably add like a sky section, like they'll add additional islands, like continents. But I'm like, at what point does
They're gonna
this
treat it.
start to lag or like run poorly?
They'll treat it like Fortnite, where um next season, uh, Choco Island gets the boot, and then Luigi's Mansion puts in its place.
You want to
Oh,
see rage in the Mario Kart
Yeah,
community?
yeah.
That's Mario Kart Tour, and people are still whining about that Piranha Plant pipeline track that's still
Where
trapped
the
in the
fuck
mobile
is
one.
it? Oh, and now they're releasing more content for Tour, so that's cool. Uh,
Just costumes. I don't think they'll get anything major, but yeah, no, it's
that's
honestly kind of
crazy.
hilarious.
Like, here's the thing. Uh, ball. Anyway, joke aside, like, excuse me, sorry. Let's
Agreed.
have a, sneeze fit. What was I gonna say now? The the never mind. I lost my train of thought because of my sneezes. Damn it. Um, so
Oh
you have
no,
a
he's back
mechanic,
now.
right? You introduce your new mechanic, right? You can do like these crazy flips, and I would assume that they built that because the long intermissions and the straight roads are pretty boring. So they're like, okay, how do you get a boost on a straight road? Well, what if you jumped and did a flip and then added a little boost? Well, when they took that idea, you can now go on walls, you can go on rails, but when 90% of the game is on these straight long roads, you can't do. They didn't even like build the the intermissions carefully enough to where you can have like really interesting like pathing with those, because like there's nothing else. It's just road and off road, nothing else. And so when you drive from one track to another, you don't even get to get the full fruit of the new mechanics. And then when you actually get to the track, you don't even get the full fruit of the new this I didn't even realize I was doing that. But you don't even get the full fruit of the track because you don't even get to like really learn it or experience it because you're only there for one lap.
Yeah, and that's what really ticks me off is like I like the intermission like courses. Like a lot of them are fun. I don't mind the straight lines sometimes. I'm getting tired of them though. Especially when you like really sit and realize like okay, like a good majority of these tracks, especially the new ones, they're fantastic and they're like punishing us for wanting to do 3 laps both offline and online.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean they kind of fixed it now, but like I don't understand why like they need to restrict people from choosing all the courses. Like I
Because they want you to play the way Nintendo
no, I'm
believes
pretty
that
sure
the
that's
game
how
should
it
be
was
played.
in 8. Like if you play online with randos, you can't pick every track. You only have a list
Well,
of.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like they're never gonna let you do that because they want all courses to have that reason, like not reason, but like the privilege of being played. Like there's gonna be some tracks that just nobody likes,
Hmm.
and Nintendo knows that, and they still want like the option to like, well, if nobody's gonna play this, we'll force it once in a while. Have fun, guys.
Hmm.
It's just
No problem.
Nintendo like just structuring your way of enjoyment, and with these intermissions, it's not landing because clearly people are not happy.
Yeah. All right, so since we're gonna be still doing the tier list thing, I don't want to talk about each of the tracks like specifically in depth, but I do want to talk about a few of them because we do have to, kind of talk about that element as well. Um, I do think that the tracks are really good in this game. Like it's very like there are so many different alternate paths now with the wall riding and stuff like that. Like there, even like the most simplest of tracks from the older games are super complex now, and I haven't even been able to discover it because I'm bad at the new system. So like I don't even understand. I couldn't even get on a wall. I had a really hard time getting on a wall, which is the most basic thing you can do. Um,
Mm.
so what are your like just top three tracks? We can go into
Well,
detail.
that definitely um Bowser's airship.
Airship Fortress.
Yeah,
That one's
Airship
good.
Fortress. That's definitely one of the top. Is it just my opinion or everyone
I'm
No,
else's?
well, I was
I'm
saying for
trying to
both of you to state your
For
top
both of
three.
me?
yeah,
Well,
Both
first
of
I
you.
will.
go for
Uh, both of me.
top
um,
You see both of
I I
me.
really I really like the new Peach Beach course as well. I really like that. I like how it's different than every other one that we've had so far. You know, you can go into like the like town castle type bit of the course,
Hmm.
and then you go back into like the normal, Peach Beach area. I feel like that's a really cool thing that they did, and I also like the new Rainbow Road. I feel
yeah,
like it's one of the best ones they've
Rainbow
probably released
Rainbow
ever.
Road's such an easy one, but yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's not the most challenging, but it is a spectacle. I think my top three, I'm not going to include Rainbow Road just because I feel like it's cheating. I will include Bowser's Castle because absolutely adore that track. It is
Hmm.
so good. Um, my favorites kind of change day by day, especially because I haven't played it in a little while. But I really love Acorn Heights. I just love the theming. It's not my favorite like foresty track. I think I still prefer the one from eight's DLC back in the day, but they're really pretty. And for the last one, I'm gonna say honestly, Shy Guy Bazaar's really, like had a fantastic glow up. I think it was like it worked really well.
I think for me, definitely Airship Fortress. I do like to. I'm trying to still figure this out when it comes to our tier list. Like, do we consider the track itself, or do we consider the whole? Because it's almost like a 3D Mario level, right? Because there's more to just the track, and oftentimes they barely scratch the surface with just the regular track. Like, there's so much more to that little area that you have. Airship Fortress is definitely one of them. Again, I would say Rainbow Road is a cop out as well, but it's really good. Um,
It is.
I do like Boost Cinema a lot too. I really like the concept of it. It's something that we haven't really explored before, at least in Mario Kart context. And also, I would say it might be a little bit too short. I think there should be a little bit more going on in the actual movie itself, but it's half movie, half
Yep.
theater. So, um, and let me think about this. I think let me pull up the tracks real
Actually,
quick.
hold on. I'm gonna throw out Shy Guy Bazaar. It's a great track, but honestly, the Question Block Ruins stage I think is a top three.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That track's fantastic.
Again, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of that track just because there are so many like alternate paths and stuff.
Hmm. But
I'm
that's the
gonna
thing is like,
say
there's not many tracks I don't like.
I'm gonna say I really like the Dino Jungle redesign. I think that's really cool. Um, I think that they've completely rejuvenated that. But that brings in my next question, because the retros are so weird in this game. Because one, they don't even treat them like retros; they treat them like new tracks. But like Sky High Sunday, crazy glow up, right? Insane glow up, looks great, still feels like Sky High Sunday. And then we look at Choco Mountain. That is not fucking Choco Mountain. You can't convince me that's Choco Mountain.
I mean, honestly, I really do appreciate this change because like both of those tracks that you listed were in the last game. So I
Mm-hmm.
really do appreciate that they're
Yeah,
very
but
different.
Sky High Sunday still feels like Sky High Sunday.
Uh yes and no. I feel like Sky High Sunday and 8 Deluxe was one of my like least favorite tracks in the game because it just felt
Yeah, but
so half baked.
with a retro, you can just tell that it's the original track from the original game. Like
Yeah,
for
I mean,
example, with the GBA Ice, what is the one? Iceland, is that what it's called, or
Snowland.
Snowland? That, I mean, you could tell it was the GBA track, but it had a complete glow up. But you can still feel the GBA nature of it.
No, I get what you're saying. Like some feel very like similar to their previous appearance, and others are just like, okay, this is not Choco Mountain. Okay, this is not Peach Beach.
Peach Beach, I will give that one a pass because you have the original Peach Beach. You just have more to it now, which is fine. I think that's fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
Um, I'm trying to look at it in high quality. It's kind of being slow.
Like,
Oh, Wario Stadium. This is the last N64 track. That is not Wario Stadium, bro. That is the
and
farthest thing.
I'm gonna be harsh saying this. Thank God it's not Wario Stadium from N64.
I wish it
That
was.
track was horrible. I hated that track. I'm sorry. That track
They
was too
could have
long.
made it good though. They really. Oh, I'm gonna throw out Dino Jungle. I forgot about Dandelion Depths. That track is so beautiful. Um,
I love that track. I spent way too much time on it trying to get the stupid mechanic to unlock a character, and it
mhm.
kind of soured me on a little bit. Same with Boost Cinema, unfortunately.
I haven't even gotten all the characters, so yeah.
I grinded it. It was awful.
What about Desert Hills? That is not Desert Hills.
It's not my least favorite track, but it's very close.
Yeah, it's like what? Like this is the desert. I don't know. Did you even play the battle mode at all?
I played like 2 rounds.
Yeah, we did
I
too.
never been a big fan of battle. I've never cared.
Like, how do you go from Mario Kart 8? Because they said they started development after 8 Deluxe, right? So after
Yep.
Deluxe, which means they fixed the battle mode, and then they just went right back to it. It's like, how do you do that? How do you mess that up?
You put like Shine Thief, Bob on Blast, and Renegade Roundup, and it's like, well, these are great ideas. Let's go back to
Then
Blue
come up with
Battle and
new
Turbo.
ones. Like, if no one really plays battle mode, either completely omit it or do something new with it.
Yeah, no, I don't get it.
Is there anything else that we need to talk about? I think we talked about
What? Speaking of least favorite tracks, what is everyone's least favorite track?
least favorite.
Least favorite, worst track in the game. Well, come on, there's got to be
No,
at least one, and it's
You
not.
already know
It's totally.
my least favorite track, Jaden.
I do.
I'm pissed about it. Choco Mountain.
See, I'm
It's
not
tough.
crazy.
I don't mind Choco Mountain. I like it. It's not. I don't
It's
think it's as good
not
as the other one,
Choco Mountain.
and I'm cool with that. Like we've had
Um,
Choco Mountain like 3, 4 times now.
I was gonna say
Why not
Choco Mountain, but
again?
I will say I'm not a super fan of Salty Speedway. I guess you could say it makes me salty. Uh,
I like.
there's like a couple of tracks that just kind of make me sour on it, and it's the same thing that I felt like with Mario Kart 8. One of the main reasons why I hate it because I got stuck on the Star Cup in 150cc when I was a kid, and which is crazy to say that I was a kid when that game came out and it was literally only the last game, but I hated the Star Cup and every track that was in it. Um, it was like the Dolphin Shoals and all that. So now I'm starting to feel the same way for Acorn Heights and Salty Speedway and Faraway Oasis. I don't know why, but those three tracks just really piss me off for some reason. And it's
I'm
not even
surprised
because they're
nobody
bad.
select. I'm surprised nobody picked Koopa Troopa Beach, aka the Circle.
But it's a crazy thematically.
It's a freaking rave. That's all it is. It's a circle.
It's always been a
Just
circle
because you
though.
just because you put a little DJ Koopa at the starting line doesn't make it a thematical
It doesn't
masterpiece.
mean it wasn't always a circle.
I'm not. I'm just saying it just doesn't make it a good track either.
No. I thought it was the other Koopa Troopa Beach, the one that should have been an 8.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not
Selling
in
it
this
for.
game either.
Yep.
It'll just be in the background forever.
Yeah. Poor track. Someday.
Someday. It'll just,
Yeah.
like I said, it's Fortnite. They'll replace Koopa Troopa Beach with Koopa Troopa Beach.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was in like Wii or I think it was in 7. So it's like
Hmm.
it came back like 15 years ago. It's fine.
Yeah, when I first heard it, they're like, "Oh my God, Koopa Troopa Beach is back," and I played it, and I was like, "Wait, this isn't Koopa Troopa. Did they like name it wrong or something?" Like I was so confused.
No, thanks Super Mario Kart.
Yeah. Well, and then I think it's funny that there's technically four Super Mario Kart tracks in this game. Mario Circuit, which why is it only three of them? I think it's a really cool idea that they stitched them together. I think that's really neat because otherwise it's a really basic course, all things considered. So it's the fact that it's like in and of itself a reference to the original game. I think that's creative. Um, but then you have Koopa Troopa Beach, which they're highlighting, which is really bad. And then you have the other beach stage right outside of it from SNES, and then you have the Boo stages right outside of Boo Cinema. It's like, so why didn't you make those tracks? Like why does Koopa
Literally,
Troopa Beach get
that could
a?
have gotten them up to like 32. No, they wanted to stick with 30 tracks. I think it's so stupid.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Here's another thing too. I talked about it in my review of the Switch 2, but game chat. Something I find interesting is that Mario Kart World does not have access to game share, which is interesting because I feel like that would be like a prime game to use it. Like Mario Kart DS back in the day had download play, um, and the one of the things I wanted to talk about here is like, why is game share blocked behind game chat? You need to
Hmm.
be in a game chat call in order to game share online specifically.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's very strange. But
I mean, I'm probably never gonna use Game Share, so I didn't even notice.
did you guys use game share at all during your playthrough of Mario Kart World? Because it's if Nintendo's like, here's our gimmick, let me shove it down your throat, we're gonna shove it down your throat too. No,
No, I used Game Chat a little bit, but that was just for like.
or not game share, game chat. I apologize. That's what I meant
I
to
mean,
say.
it's a chat service. It's gonna be the same for every game. Doesn't
Hmm.
really do anything. It's just Diet Discord.
I mean, I think you have to be in a game chat call in order to do things like the Jamboree TV stuff, like all the new camera things. I think you have to be in a call for that, which is weird. So your
I'm not
silence.
buying that. I don't care about Jamboree TV. I'm not giving
If you
Nintendo
want
20
us to
bucks for
review
that.
Jamboree TV, follow us on Patreon so we can make Devin buy it.
No, if you're making me review Jamboree TV, I better see 20 bucks in my PayPal account. Thank you very much.
I am not.
I ain't
I
paying for
literally
it.
bought Jamboree because it's the newest Mario Party, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh, we should play Mario Party." I don't have it. So I never really played Jamboree to begin with. I just thought, oh man, like they're actually gonna give us something good to, utilize the new mouse controls and camera controls. And nope, it's just fucking $20 slop. Like I don't.
Not to turn this into a Jamboree TV hate sesh, but just because like how good Jamboree is. But that DLC just made like the game like a disjointed mess from what I've seen.
Yeah. All right. Anything else regarding Mario Kart World? I think we covered all the bases. I'm trying to think like what else.
The character roster I want to touch on.
Okay, go ahead.
We got Nabbit, so this is just immediately better than Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
However, we lost Link and Inkling, so it's no longer as good as Mario Kart.
No,
No, Mario
what
Kart
is
8. So
crazy too
Listen,
is that Mario Kart 8's roster went from the worst roster to the
to the
best
best.
roster, like the best roster, barring, Mario Kart Tour. And so somehow, by them saying, hey, we have the confirmation of costumes, and they're not different characters, they fucked it up. Like, I don't know how they fuck up the character roster so badly. Although I do enjoy playing as Snowman. I do. I'm a Snowman fan. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy having the NPC characters as characters, but like every facet of the way that the character roster is designed is meant to infuriate everybody. First of all, every character is listed separately, which is bad because there's 10 pages of fucking characters. Two, the unlock system for both the costumes and the NPC characters is absolutely abysmal. And three, there are very very weird omissions here. Like characters that you would think are no-brainers coming from Mario Kart 8 completely absent here. Like I don't mind the Koopalings. People hate on the Koopalings a lot. I don't mind them. But like why wouldn't you just fill the game with as many characters as possible? That is like the bare minimum when it comes to racing games. Like the
Free and paid update.
yeah, but
I'm
some
sorry.
DLC.
You know very well. The next time we see Mario, like Mario Kart
guess what?
content updates
Here's
in
your
the near
free
future,
update.
it's gonna
Here's
be
your
the
free update.
carts.
One new character, Kid Pauline, and costumes for Donkey Kong and Pauline. That's it. That's all you get. That's
Now,
nothing.
I I have a feeling we're at least gonna get Diddy, maybe Dixie, and
Whoa! Free
the villain
Diddy.
of the
Free
villain of
Diddy. He's
Bonanza.
captured.
But
I think
no,
we had a few characters from Donkey Kong, but yeah, no,
I
it's probably
just
gonna be paid.
I just don't understand. Like it's just because now the more and more that we add more characters, we're gonna continue to add fuel to a problem that already exists. Like you can't just solve it by adding more characters. You already have a baseline problem. Like unless they start adding folders to characters, like it's gonna get rough. And here's the other thing too. We have more content locked behind Tor because in my head, as soon as they announce the costumes, oh, we're getting all the costumes. Nope. We got actually more new costumes than we did old costumes.
Yep,
like
that's the Nintendo way. Like
like
they make amazing games, but they also make the most baffling decisions. Like it took 10 years to get Diddy Kong and Mario Kart 8.
hmm
That is actually insane.
yeah.
But that's Nintendo for you.
And well, it's been about 2 months since the game came out, and I thought this was gonna be a regular part of my rotation. I'm already sick of it. It's sad, but I really am. And it's not like, you know, we didn't even know that Mario Kart 8 originally on Wii U was gonna get DLC, and I feel like that lasted me longer than this did.
Yeah. I mean, the problem with it is like I know why it was the Switch 2's launch title, like just 'cause fan appeal, but I feel like everyone burnt themselves out on that small amount of content because it's unless you wanted to go back to play old games, it's really all you had that was new until
hmm
Donkey Kong came out. But now it's like, well, you guys don't have a roadmap for new content. What you gave us was shallow. There was a bunch of issues with like just the intermission courses and all that stuff. And now you've got like a game that just people are kind of sick of. Like I love it. I still try to play it once in a while. I have it physically. I find it to be tiresome to literally get up from like 5 feet away, get my cartridge, and put it in my system. So I just don't bother to play it.
Hmm.
Like I don't feel the pull to go back in unless like I'm just absolutely bored and craving Mario Kart.
Yeah, it just it really sucks because I know that there's a lot of content that I'm still missing out on. I didn't even scratch the surface with open world. I barely played battle mode, which I guess doesn't really count for completion's sake. I haven't even seen mirror mode. Haven't
Oh, I
even
haven't
seen it.
either.
So
Mirror mode's okay.
it's mirror mode. I want
Mm.
reverse
Yeah,
mode.
I don't like mirror mode. I think it's a waste of space. I
I
won't
mean,
lie to you.
we kind of have reverse mode, kind of.
Yeah, but no, I mean this is gonna be a game that they're gonna update for years on end. We're gonna come back every time there's new content. It's gonna
You
take a
say
while
that,
to get
but
it.
I'm not really feeling super confident right now.
I mean that's the problem though, right? Like that's the problem. Like they got themselves stuck into. It's like, well, you gave us not like just a couple years ago an additional 48 tracks onto a game that already had 48 tracks with a game that launched at 32, and now you have the gall to launch with 30 for an extra $20 because you can. It's like I know in the future I'm going to look at this more positively when there's 50, 60 tracks, the characters that are like omitted hopefully make a return, they make changes, positive changes to like the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. But I'm so tired of this mindset that Nintendo has, especially with their multiplayer games, where let's launch it as shallow as we can and we'll make good on it later.
Like that's just like the Ubisoft mindset. It's like that's not even how you make money. Like you you would because in order to keep your people invested in a game that they enjoy, you have to make an enjoyable game to begin with. And so, in my opinion, I would fill that game up with as much content as you can and launch. You're like, oh man, I have this idea, I have this idea, I have this idea. Throw it all in there if it works. If it doesn't work, then obviously you'd skip on it. But you do everything that you can to launch with, and you have a great package to begin with. DLC should be cherry on top. DLC should be that additional content that makes you feel like, man, I can play this forever. Like with Elden Ring, for example, prime example, you had a full ass game right there, and they added a whole ass full game on top of that. Like that's the type of shit that we need to see with DLC instead of like, oh, you know what? Let's chop this game right in half or even a third and then release the rest of the game later as DLC. That's a weird mindset that they're
But
not even making money off of it. They're not. They're
my
losing
my
money.
thing is, if we would have had our first batch of new updates like a few weeks after the game came out, I'd be less mad about it. We're at 2 months basically, and they haven't given us anything but a couple of like patches. And it's
Mhm.
like we don't know, like there's no comment we're gonna get DLC.
Mhm.
Nintendo could be just that freaking dumb that they just started working on the next Mario Kart and they're not gonna give a shit. I don't think that's true. Don't get me wrong. I know we're gonna get paid DLC at least at some point. But I'm like, this if this is gonna be your live service game that you really want to focus on, because I doubt Smash is coming anytime soon. I doubt Splatoon 4 is coming anytime soon. Like, what are you doing? Like, you've been working on this game for 8 years on and off. Like, what's going on?
Mhm. Uh, I don't know. I just this generation is already off to a weird fucking start, and I feel like that's just because we're at the end of the Switch One generation. Um, I was thinking, oh man, we're just gonna have like a banger of a launch year, and I really shouldn't have had that mindset because I think what we're still seeing is that weird that weird end of Switch One era mindset that we've been having for the last few years, where they aren't sure when the Switch Two was gonna come out, so we kind of have to pick and choose our battles, and so I think. And again, also you also have to remember both Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza were both Switch One games, really. So when we actually start to see games that were made for Switch 2, built for Switch 2, I think we're going to be starting to see our return on that.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, like, the only big games that we know haven't been like that hasn't been started on Switch One is Kirby Air Riders. Like they
yeah.
said, Hyrule Warriors was started on Switch One. Prime 4 and Pokemon are coming to Switch
Those are
One.
Switch 1 games. You
Exactly.
want to talk to him about that? He was mad at me yesterday. He was like, "Why the fuck is Metroid Prime 4 coming to Switch 1?" He's like, why the fuck is Legend ZA still coming to Switch 1? Why isn't it a Switch 2 game that's getting a Switch 1 port?
Well, Pokemon doesn't want to lose that 150 million install base.
Oh, they already know they're getting it
Metroid,
from me. I'm getting both games.
Metroid, it's literally just like it's been
What's the
promised since
point?
literally 2017. They can't break that promise, the Switch One owners.
Yeah.
That's the issue with that one.
So yeah,
Pokemon's greedy. Nintendo wants to keep a promise.
once we actually start seeing Switch 2, not exclusive, Switch 2 games built for Switch 2, I think we're going to start seeing like a turnaround on this mindset. We're going to be in a weird lull for the rest of the year, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I really hope Mario
Still good
40 is
games.
as big as people say it's going to be.
I just want Metroid Prime 4 and Hyrule Warriors. I won't lie. I don't care about Mario much right now.
That's all I care about right now.
Give me the next 3D Mario either next holiday or sometime in 2027. I'll be happy. In the meantime,
I just want
Donkey Kong's
something to play
amazing.
on the Switch too because Donkey Kong isn't doing it for me. It's not scratching that itch.
Because you
You're
were
in the
spoiled.
minority on
You're
that
not.
one.
There's nothing to be surprised about. I feel like that's the reason why you're not really messing with it that much. Because
Yeah,
whenever
but
I played it,
I got
I
spoiled
didn't
on
know
Odyssey
anything.
too, but like I just was addicted to the gameplay. The gameplay was fun. That should be the top priority for me. It's like if the
I
game
don't know. I
feels
feel
fun and the gameplay loop is great, that's why I was like maybe I will like Breath of the Wild because I enjoyed the gameplay loop of Tears of the Kingdom. So it's like when I actually started playing, I'm like, you know what? I do miss ascending and all that stuff, and being able to, fly to wherever I wanted to from the Sky Islands. Yeah, I do miss those things, but it's still at the core the same gameplay loop, and that's why I'm enjoying Breath of the Wild now, and I didn't before because I've actually introduced myself to that gameplay loop.
yeah, not to turn this into a Donkey Kong discussion. I do think it's better than Odyssey by a good bit. Like they're both
Damn
10 out of 10
it!
games, but oh my gosh, Bonanza
No.
is monumental.
Bonanza
I can't
is
wait for the next
the
3D
best.
Mario game to absolutely replace Bonanza.
It's not going to replace Bonanza. It's going to go alongside Bonanza, just like how Bonanza didn't replace Odyssey.
No, it's gonna replace Bonanza.
Oh. Sales wise, probably, which is a shame.
But I mean, again, I'm not. Okay, so I guess kind of let's look towards the future now since we're at the end of the discussion. Okay, um, like obviously we're gonna be getting DLC for Mario Kart, but like how long do we really foresee this even going for? Let alone if people's attention span for this game has already dropped off within 2 weeks. Um, how long can they really hold our attention if DLC lasts maybe a year, maybe 2 years? I would assume it would last 3 years, but
I mean, you're talking to the same company that kept Mario Kart 8 Deluxe alive for almost 5 years until we got that first batch of the booster course pass. I think it's going to be fine.
you're talking to the
Like, I
same
know it's,
consumers that dropped a Mario Kart World yesterday.
but they're going to come back every time they see something shiny. Like, us, we have higher standards on the casuals. Anytime there's an update, especially if it's free, it's low
There was
hanging
a free
fruit. They're going to be
update. What was
excited.
it yesterday? And they announced
That was a patch, not a free update.
they had no. There was new content.
Where?
When you collect all the certain things, it turns
That's
gold.
not new content.
That's what you want, right?
Oh my
They're
god.
like,
All right, wrap this up. Wrap this up.
all right. Any other final closing thoughts?
I can't wait to see what this game becomes because right now it's rough.
Yeah, so we did a review of the base game. We won't make another review until we know it's the end of content for this game. We'll probably touch on it here or there, but we're gonna be pretty much only covering base game and whatever the game becomes at the end of its life. So that's why we're still doing the tier list and stuff now, even though we know damn well DLC is coming. So any other final thoughts, Noah? Anybody?
I mean, they did a patch recently fixing like
The intermissions,
yeah, for the online. I feel like that's pretty
kind of.
cool.
They're doing baby steps.
They're doing baby
It'll
steps.
be a project for them.
Hmm.
All right, and what
Other
was
than that,
your original score, Noah?
I had a score.
Did you have a score?
I 7.5, I guess.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would go down to 7, I think.
I feel
Could
like
be
I'll be
better.
nice and give it an 8.
No, that's
Look at
Mario
you
Kart
being
8.
See,
nice.
when I first came into this discussion, I was like, "Oh, it's an 8.5." You guys talked me down to an 8, so good
That's
job for
sad.
that.
That's actually really sad. But yeah,
I mean, it's a great game, but
yeah.
it is very shallow once you really look deeply into it.
Well, I mean, if it's shallow, you can't look deep, can you?
You're using my words against me. I'm out of here.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to help support us even further, you can check us out over on Patreon. And next time we'll see you, we'll probably be doing the tier list for this game or talking about Donkey Kong Bonanza. So I hope you guys are just as excited as that. We're going to try to be as fast as we can for Bonanza. We shouldn't be waiting this long for Mario Kart. We'll be quicker on Bonanza. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
Hey! Are you a gamer who is always tired and is of need of caffeine to start the day? Are you a person who is always tired of drinking those unhealthy energy drinks such as Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar? Which that last one kind of sounds familiar if you ask me. Like a gaming company that has been disappointing their fans for a long time. Aren't you just tired of that? Well, I have the perfect solution for you. And that is Dubby. Dubby is a jitterless energy alternative that was sponsoring the podcast I'm part of called Crazy Cap Studios. It has a variety of different and amazing flavors to choose from. If you're like me, I spend roughly around $150 a month on coffee and in-store energy drinks, which is absolutely insane. But with Dubby, I spend a quarter of what I usually spend a month and save so much money. It's amazing. They're also doing a solo leveling collab right now, which if you ask me, sounds pretty cool because I love me some solo leveling. They also recently released a new flavor called S'mores, which absolutely sounds bomb to me. But honestly, I couldn't recommend them enough. Also, here's some active footage of me enjoying my Dubby. I locked in so hard, my IQ shot up 10%. Speaking of 10%, if you're thinking of buying your Dubby, make sure to use code CrazyCap to get 10% off your order. That is CRAZY, no space, CAP. So yeah, buy yours today and save some money. Or not and be like an idiot or something. Like, what are you doing? Go buy yours today and save some money. What are you doing?